You know, if you ask 85% of people what's the first anime, I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Z is going to be one of them. Because for me, it was my first anime, and a lot of people, from what I asked them, then yes, it is their first anime. This show influenced a lot of people. It influenced a lot of manga artists. It influenced a lot of people from the West. It influenced a lot of people in general. And yes, I know about Akira Toriyama's other projects. Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, Sandland, Blue Dragon. There's a lot of things that he worked on. It's sad that he passed away, but he left us a legacy that we will not forget. Because I still remember watching Dragon Ball Z a lot growing up. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Daima, Dragon Ball Super. They're really good. Well, some of them, but not all of them. I remember the first time where Goku went Super Saiyan, and it just left me in shock because I didn't know what was going on, but he was just very pissed off. Yeah, I was worried. I was like, what is going on? Why is Goku so mad? But when I first saw the fight with Frieza, that's like 20 episodes long, it left me in shock. It was like so good. Well, most of these arcs were pretty good, but my favorite one has to be like the Cell Saga. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Okay, so I want to talk about Dragon Ball Super because there's some things there that I did not like. Dragon Ball Super, I thought it was kind of mid. The last arc was actually pretty good. The tournament arc was actually okay. But the thing is that like when these other Saiyans that just come out of nowhere and they're going all Super Saiyan for the first time without getting mad is something that pisses me off because being Super Saiyan is about, you know, from anger, not from just randomly turning into Super Saiyan. And yeah, I know about it from Dragon Ball Z that they did it first, but why? Like, it just throws off the whole vibe of, you know, becoming a Super Saiyan. Like, imagine all that training and then you get mad and you become a Super Saiyan and then you meet all these other Saiyans and you just randomly turn Super Saiyan. Yeah, I don't know. That's terrible rating. To me, that's when Dragon Ball Z started to go off, is when they just randomly turned Super Saiyan for no reason. Like, don't get me wrong, the Buu Saga was really good, but before that, it's just like, it started to go off a little bit. Now, here's a question that everybody always asks me. Is Goku a good dad? I'm gonna be honest, he's kind of both. He's not a bad dad, but he's also not a great dad. So he's basically just in the middle. He's mid. I mean, Vegeta isn't better either. Like, he's also a terrible dad. Like, he wasn't really there for Trunks. He's a good husband, but he's a terrible father. Okay, so for me, the best girl in this whole damn show is Bulma. Like, I just love this character. She's so adorable. I don't understand why, like, Akira Toriyama named her Bulma. I know Bulma means underwear, but why? Like, I understand that the man likes his puns, but, like, we got Kakarot, which is basically carrot. We got Vegeta, which is vegetable. Beerus is beer. Whis is whiskey. Bulma's underwear. Trunks is also underwear. Why is he naming these characters after puns? Like, they're not just puns, but they're also items. There's even Piccolo, which is pickle. Frieza is basically a freezer, and then Cooler is just, you know, a cooler. I mean, I like his creativity, but it's just like, I will never name my characters after items. That's like when you see a cat and you name it Meow or Fluffer or whatever. Honestly, that's something I would do. I would just name my cat Meow or Fluffer. No, but seriously, this is a really good anime, and I haven't seen it in years. I mean, I've just finished Dragon Ball Daima. And speaking of Dragon Ball Daima, I think it's way better than Dragon Ball Super. By far the best anime we got since Dragon Ball Z. It's that good. It's just simple storytelling. I honestly thought it was gonna suck. Like, I didn't expect it to be that great because, you know, they're all in kid form and they're chibi, and I was like, where is this going? Are we gonna have like another, you know, like, are we gonna have another Dragon Ball GT where, you know, he's a kid again? But I was actually in shock that I actually ended up liking the anime. By the way, I've seen Dragon Ball Z in Japanese, and I just cannot bear to even handle watching that show. Goku being voiced by a woman with that high of a pitch is just something that I can't watch it. Like, it's just unbearable to hear. I do not like her. Like, why is she voicing a grown-ass man? Like, it just doesn't fit Goku's voice. That's why a lot of people watch it in English. Sean Schemmel does an amazing job as Goku. And Christopher Sabat does an amazing job as Vegeta and Piccolo. Well, all of them sound better in English than they do in Japanese, because in Japanese, I'm not used to it either, and I just do not, like, I can't bear to even listen to them talking Japanese. For me, it's that bad. Like, I just can't listen to it. But sadly, I had to watch the whole entire Dragon Ball Daima in Japanese because I couldn't wait for the English dub anymore, so I had to watch it, and I couldn't handle Goku's voice. Like, it's just like ear rape. It's basically just ear rape, and I hate it. Like, it's just terrible. Okay, so let's talk about Dragon Ball Kakarot, which is basically the game itself. This game is actually okay. I actually did like it a lot. There's just a lot of things that, like, there's some things that I guess Akira Toriyama left out because he wanted to put it in the game. Yes, he did work on the game. He actually said it himself. I mean, it's just basically the entire anime put in the game, but you actually get to find more, like, hidden things that were never there because Akira Toriyama actually wanted to put it in, but he couldn't. The game is actually pretty good. Like, it's a pretty good game. I didn't really want to put it down because I wanted to walk around with these characters. You get to use Android 18. Yeah, Android 18 is, like, she's hot. Like, she's one of my favorites. I don't know how Krillin got somebody so hot in his life, but, you know, he got a girlfriend, so, you know, there you go. He was crying that he wanted a girlfriend, so he got one. But anyway, I do like, you know, you get to, like, fly around this entire game and get to talk to these NPCs. These NPCs that are, like, from previous Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and mostly all these characters that are forgotten. Like that one Dragon Ball Z character that, you know, basically has switch personality disorders. I forgot her name, but she was there. Yeah, I don't remember her name, but I do know what she looks like. And she basically... The character that basically sneezes and then she switches personalities. Her. I don't remember her name, but you know what I'm talking about if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Yeah, so you basically get to fly around the entire world, and there's this one part that actually made me laugh. You actually get to drive around with Goku and Piccolo, you know, where they're doing the driving tests. That was fun. I thought it was so funny callback. Yeah, it's a fun game. The whole world building for Dragon Ball is actually excellent. I would call it autumn punk, but I mean, there is no other term to describe it. It's just basically retrofuturism, basically autumn punk. So yeah, I really did enjoy this game. Like, by far one of my favorite games that I played, that I was really into and addicted to playing. Okay, so let me talk about Akira Toriyama. It sucks that that man died with a head injury. Okay, so for those that don't know how he died, he's basically got something called acute subdural hematoma. It's like a condition in the, you know, the buildup in the blood where it collects from the surface of the brain. That actually sounds horrifying. Yeah, apparently something happened to him when he was a kid, and then his brain cracked open, and guess something happened. Which is basically an influence, you know, to Goku when he broke his brain and he switched from, like, bad to good. So I guess that was sort of like an influence to Goku's character. But this Mad, he was an influence to me too, because I was also an artist and I loved looking at his art pieces. I really did love looking at his art. I could easily tell that it was his art style from a mile away. It sucks that he only died at the age of 68. Like, he was still young. Yes, 68 is still a young age. But god, man, Dragon Ball Z was something else. Like, it's just, like, it's perfect. It's a really good anime. It brought a lot to a lot of manga artists, people on the West. I know I'm repeating myself, but still. Like, if you could say any other anime could top this, then yeah, there is other anime that could, but it will not have the same influence that Dragon Ball Z will ever have. Yeah, so to me, Dragon Ball Z was just, like, the whole entire series was a big inspiration to a bunch of people. Especially to me, because I really like looking at his art style, like, a lot. I was just staring at his art style from, whether it was from Dragon Quest, Blue Dragon, Sandland, and Chrono Trigger, then yeah, I stared at his anime, like, a lot, trying to capture all this detail and just, like, wondering, how did this man become such an inspiration to people? Like, and then I searched some history background on him, and he just basically, like, all he did was draw. That's it. But yeah, like, Dragon Ball, and the Dragon Ball series is just, like, it's amazing. And all these characters are also amazing. Like, the guy could write characters, world building, and all these other stories. But when it comes to romance, he fucking sucks at it. Except for, like, Videl and Gohan. That's, like, the only good one. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about Dragon Ball series and Dragon Ball Z and basically everything about Dragon Ball. So yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for watching.